Are you afraid of Amanita muscaria? Let's talk about the fly agaric mushroom, the myths and the lost stories. Hey Seekers, if you're new here, I'm Marlucia and I teach the science behind Amanita, specifically Muscaria, Regalis, and Pantherina, the three varieties I work with and deeply trust. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not here to treat, diagnose, or prescribe anything. And due to YouTube guidelines and FDA regulations, nothing shared here should be taken as medical advice. The goal is to simplify this path so you feel informed enough to work with Amanita on your own, not rely on someone else to tell you what to feel or how to heal. Let's get into it. Amanita story time. You know that red mushroom with the white dots? Amanita muscaria. You've probably seen it in fairy tales, maybe even on your favorite Christmas postcard. The toadstool popping up under pine trees is iconic and mysterious, and for most people, terrifying. But why? Why does this little mushroom spark such a deep sense of caution, even fear, whenever it's mentioned? Where the fear began. Part of it is the stories, those spooky tales we hear about witches and poison. Amanita muscaria, if eaten raw or in large amounts, can definitely make you nauseous, dizzy, or disoriented. But here's something you might not know. While it's toxic, it's rarely deadly. The myth of deadliness. Many people lump Amanita muscaria in with its deadly cousins, like the death cap, Amanita phalloides. But unlike those mushrooms, Amanita muscaria doesn't contain the compounds that shut down your liver and lead to real tragedy. In fact, there aren't any solid, modern, documented cases of deaths solely caused by Amanita muscaria. That's a myth that's stuck around because of the mushroom's wild, unpredictable nature and lack of education. The Soviet shadows. Of course, the fear isn't just about the mushroom's effects. It's also about how knowledge was stolen. In the Soviet Union, shamans in Siberia had worked with Amanita muscaria for centuries, using it with deep respect and spiritual reverence. But the Soviets saw their practice as a threat, so they cracked down brutally. They didn't just ban the mushroom, they hunted the people who used it. There are stories, grim ones, of shamans being rounded up and heartbreakingly thrown out of airplanes. Their knowledge, their respect for Amanita, silenced by fear and power. A horrifying attempt to erase their traditions and the mushroom's rightful place in the forest. This history of fear and repression, from violent suppression to cultural shaming, is deeply woven into the modern caution many feel toward Amanita muscaria, particularly in Polish and Russian communities. The Soviets tried to erase the knowledge of shamans, and this has led to generations believing the mushroom is deadly, even though modern evidence suggests it is not truly fatal. Replacing fear with respect. When prepared with care, usually by drying, which converts the ibotenic acid into muscimol, Amanita's toxicity is reduced significantly. This is because muscimol interacts with the brain's GABA receptors, leading to sedative and calming effects. But it still requires respect due to its unpredictable potency. This mushroom demands careful preparation and understanding of your own vessel, reminding us of the delicate balance between self and nature. So why are many afraid of Amanita muscaria? It's a mix of things. The confusion with truly deadly mushrooms and the echo of violence from times when wisdom was outlawed. I am so grateful to be living in a time where education and understanding come before fear. Many people don't realize that not all mushrooms are deadly, or trippy, or even gross. In fact, there are about 600 known species of Amanita and an estimated 14,000 species of mushrooms overall, with new ones still being discovered. Many of these fungi hold benefits that are still being explored. The mushroom kingdom has so much to teach us, and fear should not be the first lesson. Traditional and modern uses. Awakening Roots has explored how the use of Amanita muscaria was historically woven into many aspects of wellness and rituals. Traditionally, it was consumed for its potential as a stimulant, painkiller, anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, and sleep aid. In modern times, people continue to explore Amanita muscaria for its possible therapeutic benefits, including stress relief, pain management, focus, and improved sleep. These traditional and contemporary uses remind us that Amanita muscaria was seen not as a single-purpose substance, but as a complex ally. Scientific research on Amanita muscaria is ongoing, and it's important to approach it with respect and caution. Why it's dangerous. Amanita muscaria can be dangerous when misunderstood or misused. The biggest risks come from consuming too much, macrodosing, without understanding your vessel, and from combining it with alcohol, other substances, or medications. While some experienced shamans and spiritual travelers have safely used Amanita in larger amounts, they did so with deep knowledge of their body, mind, and spirit. If you're unsure how to integrate Amanita safely into your life, I recommend watching more of my videos, reading the blog posts on the site, or booking a consultation with me for deeper exploration. Let's make sure your journey with Amanita is safe and respectful. My invitation to you: don't be afraid of Amanita muscaria. Learn about it instead. Let's not let fear be the only story we tell about this mushroom. Let's remember the real history, the people who honored it, the land that still calls it up from the forest floor, and the fact that while it can be powerful and dangerous, it's not the killer it's been made out to be. Sometimes what we fear most is what we need to understand most. Let's do that together, one story at a time. Remember, this isn't about chasing effects or copying someone else's protocol. It's about tuning in to your own rhythm, trusting your body, and staying consistent enough to let the shifts unfold. If this helped you understand Amanita a little deeper, hit like, subscribe, or drop a comment below. I love hearing how this work is landing for you. And if you're ready to go further, check the description for links to more education, trusted sources, and next steps for your journey. Stay curious, stay grounded, and always think beyond. With love.